Hi, I'm Michael Twelftree, the owner of Two Hands Wines, and today I really wanted to delve in and show you an in-depth look at McLaren Vale and all the different sub-regions that make up McLaren Vale. The first sub-region I'd like to show you today is the Seaview Region, and what we have here is we have elevated vineyards high on a ridge above the township of McLaren Vale. This vineyard we've been working with for the last 22 vintages, a very important vineyard in the portfolio. What we find here is a real sandy loam with lovely limestone underneath, and that sloping vineyards, that's where we create complexity in the wines. The next sub-region I'd like to show you today is the sub-region called McLaren Vale. It's central here in the Vale in that the township of McLaren Vale is to the north of us. To the south of us is Wollonga. Once again, we have beautiful rolling hills through here. This vineyard's incredibly important. We've been working with this vineyard for a long time. They're very old vines, and it makes a huge slice of what we get out of the Vale. The third region that we work with in McLaren Vale is the Wollonga end. Here we're really close to the ocean, and what's interesting, we're close to the hills as well behind us, and this is a really warm part of the Vale. It always ripens really early, always the first grapes to be picked in the Vale, and we find the vines here really give us a real depth and a real purity of fruit in our wines. One of my favourite sub-regions in all of McLaren Vale is this one, it's Blewett Springs. Where the other regions we looked at today sat between 50 and 100 metres above sea level, we've now pushed high up on this ridge. McLaren Vale, the township, is now further away. We've come up to an elevated area which is called Blewett Springs. We sit between about 150 and 200 metres above sea level. Fascinating here is the soil profile in that it's basically beach sand over orange clay. What we find here is it ripens much slower, and we get beautiful aromatics and lovely fine tannins. I think it's a really important component when you're making a McLaren Vale wine. The last region I'd like to show you today is the region of Clarendon here. Here we're about 250 to 270 metres above sea level. We really followed the Mount Lofty Ranges up into the hills, so we're a long way away from the township of McLaren Vale. What's fascinating here is the soil profile. It's bright orange clay with stone all through it. What we find with the fruit here is the latest to ripen, yet lovely minerality, really lifted notes, but lovely tightness on the palate. And I really think that, matched with the other regions, makes the most complete wines in McLaren Vale.